Jana Duggar, the fourth eldest daughter of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, has long been in the public eye as part of one of America's most well-known conservative Christian families, known for their strict adherence to biblical principles, large family size, and appearances on TLC's *19 Kids and Counting*, and later *Counting on*. The Duggars have cultivated a reputation for living by traditional values that emphasize modesty, courtship over dating, and an unwavering commitment to faith. However, like any family navigating life under such intense scrutiny, cracks inevitably form beneath the surface. In recent months, Jana broke her silence about certain aspects of her life with husband Austin Forsyth, shedding light on how they've navigated breaking some of the unspoken rules within the Duggar household. Jana married Austin Forsyth in May 2017 after a relatively short courtship period compared to many of her siblings' relationships. From the beginning, their relationship seemed different from what fans had come to expect from the Duggar clan. While still rooted in shared religious beliefs, Jana and Austin appeared more open-minded and willing to forge their own path. This became increasingly evident as they started sharing glimpses into their married life on social media and through interviews. One topic Jana addressed candidly is the concept of independence within marriage, a departure from the highly structured dynamic often seen among her parents and older siblings. Growing up in the Duggar household meant adhering to specific roles. Men were providers and leaders, while women focused on homemaking and child-rearing. For Jana, however, she found herself wanting something slightly different. She expressed feeling empowered to pursue her passions alongside being a devoted wife and mother, which included running a successful Etsy shop selling handmade crafts and home decor items. This decision marked a subtle yet significant shift away from the traditional expectations placed upon Duggar daughters. By embracing entrepreneurship, Jana signaled that she was carving out her own identity rather than simply following in her mother's footsteps or conforming entirely to societal norms dictated by her upbringing. Her willingness to share this journey publicly demonstrated not only her personal growth, but also hinted at evolving attitudes within the next generation of Duggars. Another area where Jana and Austin diverged from convention was in their approach to parenting. The couple welcomed their first child, a daughter named Gideon, in June 2018, followed by another son named Mary in December 2020. Unlike some of her siblings who quickly expanded their families after marriage, Jana took a slower pace when it came to having children, a choice reflective of modern sensibilities prioritizing career aspirations and emotional readiness alongside familial responsibilities. In discussing these decisions, Jana acknowledged the pressure she felt to conform to the expectation of rapid family expansion common among her peers. Yet, she emphasized that both she and Austin wanted to ensure they were fully prepared mentally, emotionally, and financially before expanding their brood further. This pragmatic mindset stood in stark contrast to the idealized vision of large families perpetuated by shows like *19 Kids and Counting*. It highlighted a generational divide between Jana's desire for balance versus the all-or-nothing mentality modeled by previous generations of Duggars. Moreover, Jana revealed moments of vulnerability regarding the challenges of balancing parenthood with maintaining individuality. She admitted there were times when she struggled with feelings of inadequacy, particularly during periods when her business ventures required extra attention. Rather than hiding behind a facade of perfectionism, she chose transparency, acknowledging that even devout Christians experience doubts and insecurities. Such honesty resonated deeply with viewers who appreciated seeing a more relatable side of the Duggar family. Perhaps the most striking aspect of Jana's reflections involved her acknowledgement of bending, or outright breaking, certain rules ingrained in her since childhood. One notable example pertains to fashion choices. As members of a staunchly conservative community, the Duggar women traditionally dressed modestly, avoiding anything deemed too revealing or fashionable. Over time, however, Joanna began experimenting with bolder styles, occasionally posting photos showcasing fitted dresses, colorful patterns, and even trendy accessories. Though minor by mainstream standards, these changes represented major milestones in terms of self-expression for someone raised under such rigid guidelines. Similarly, Joanna spoke openly about redefining what spirituality looks like in her daily life. While remaining committed to her faith, she confessed to questioning certain doctrines promoted by influential figures within her church circle. Specifically, she grappled with teachings surrounding gender roles and submission, ultimately concluding that true partnership requires mutual respect and collaboration rather than blind obedience. These realizations did not diminish her devotion. Instead, they deepened her understanding of God's grace and love. Austin played a crucial role in supporting Joanna throughout these transitions. Unlike some of her brothers-in-law, who might lean heavily on patriarchal authority, Austin encouraged dialogue and compromise. He recognized the importance of allowing Joanna space to explore her evolving beliefs without fear of judgment or rejection. Their partnership exemplified a model of egalitarianism rarely witnessed within ultra-conservative circles, offering hope for others seeking similar paths. Unsurprisingly, Joanna's revelations sparked mixed reactions from fans and critics alike. Some praised her courage in challenging outdated norms and championed her efforts to redefine success on her own terms. Others, however, viewed her actions as rebellious or indicative of losing touch with core family values. Despite backlash, Joanna remained steadfast in her convictions, asserting that staying true to oneself does not equate to abandoning one's roots. Instead, she framed her journey as an opportunity to bridge gaps between tradition and progressivism, fostering greater empathy and acceptance across diverse audiences. Looking ahead, Joanna continues to prioritize authenticity above all else. Whether through sharing snippets of everyday life on Instagram, participating in charitable endeavors, or advocating for causes close to her heart, she strives to inspire others grappling with similar struggles. Ultimately, her story serves as a testament to resilience, reminding us that growth often entails stepping outside comfort zones, even if doing so means confronting deeply entrenched beliefs. In conclusion, Jana Duggar's decision to break silence about breaking rules with Austin Forsyth underscores a broader narrative of transformation occurring within the Duggar family. By embracing change while honoring heritage, she embodies the complexities inherent in forging a unique identity amidst external pressures. Through vulnerability and determination, Joanna proves that faith, family, and individuality need not exist at odds, but can coexist harmoniously when approached with intentionality and grace. Jana Duggar, one of the beloved stars from TLC's long-running reality show *Counting on*, has been a subject of fascination for fans and media alike when it comes to her personal life. As part of the famously large Duggar family, Jana is no stranger to public scrutiny, especially regarding matters like relationships, marriage, and starting a family. Recently, speculation about whether she might be pregnant has taken center stage in conversations surrounding the Duggars. While there's been no official confirmation or denial, certain hints and direct messages shared by Jana herself have sparked intense curiosity among followers. Could this mean that the eldest unmarried Duggar daughter is preparing to embark on motherhood? Let's delve into what we know so far, and what remains uncertain. For those unfamiliar with the intricacies of the Duggar household, Jana Marie Duggar is the eldest child of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, born on January 19, 1990. Raised in a devout Christian home alongside her 18 siblings, including twin sister Jana Jana grew up adhering to strict values rooted in faith, modesty, and traditional gender roles. She gained widespread recognition through *19 Kids and Counting*, and its spin-off series *Counting on*. Known for her nurturing personality and strong work ethic, Jana often stood out as someone deeply committed to serving others, whether through her volunteer efforts at local charities or her involvement in missionary trips abroad. Unlike many of her younger sisters, who began courting and marrying relatively early in their adult lives, Jana has chosen to remain single well into her 30s. This decision has led some to wonder if she'll ever settle down, let alone start a family of her own. However, recent developments suggest that things may be shifting for the 33-year-old. Fans are now buzzing over cryptic updates and heartfelt posts from Jana that seem to hint at something significant brewing beneath the surface. Rumors about Jana's potential pregnancy first surfaced after she posted an enigmatic message on social media. Though she didn't explicitly mention anything about expecting a baby, her words carried an air of anticipation about new beginnings. "Sometimes God prepares our hearts for seasons we never imagined," she wrote, accompanied by a photo of herself smiling warmly while holding a bouquet of flowers. Her caption went on to express gratitude for the gift of waiting and trusting in divine timing. While these sentiments could apply to various aspects of life, career changes, spiritual growth, or even romantic pursuits, they struck many readers as particularly poignant given the broader context of her age and status within the Duggar clan. Adding fuel to the fire were comments from close friends and acquaintances who appeared to offer subtle affirmations without outright confirming any details. One user replied to Jana's post with, "Praying for all God has planned for you during this special time." Another chimed in, saying, "Can't wait to see how your story unfolds next." Such remarks left fans speculating whether they were privy to insider knowledge that hadn't yet been revealed publicly. Further intrigue arose when eagle-eyed viewers noticed slight changes in Jana's appearance during recent photo shoots and videos. Some pointed out that her outfits seemed looser than usual, while others claimed they spotted subtle signs of bloating or weight gain, a common symptom experienced during early pregnancy. Of course, such observations can easily be attributed to other factors, but coupled with her mysterious messaging, they only served to heighten suspicions. To fully understand why the question of Jana's pregnancy feels so monumental, it's important to consider her unique position within the Duggar family dynamic. Historically, the Duggar daughters have followed a predictable trajectory: courtship, engagement, marriage, and then children, all occurring within a fairly short span of time. For instance, Jill Dillard welcomed her fifth child in 2023, Jessa Seawold became a mother of 4 before turning 30, and Joy Anna Forsyth gave birth to her second child just months after tying the knot. Even Jordan Grace Mace, one of the youngest Duggar girls, recently announced her engagement, signaling the continuation of this pattern. In contrast, Jana has defied expectations by prioritizing independence and self-discovery over settling down quickly. Over the years, she's built a reputation as a jack of all trades, excelling in everything from event planning to small business management. She co-founded Heart of Tennessee Photography with her twin sister Jana, and played a key role in organizing community events aimed at fostering connection and goodwill. Beyond her professional endeavors, Jana has also expressed a desire to travel more extensively and explore different cultures, a goal that doesn't always align with the responsibilities of parenthood. That said, Jana has never shied away from discussing her aspirations for marriage and family. In past interviews, she's acknowledged feeling a deep longing to experience motherhood someday, albeit on her own terms. "I believe every season of life holds purpose," she once stated. "Whether I'm married with kids or still figuring things out, I trust that God will guide me where He wants me to be." These reflections paint a picture of someone who is content to wait patiently for the right moment, rather than rushing into decisions based on external pressures. Amidst mounting speculation, Jana decided to address the rumors directly, but not quite in the way people expected. Instead of issuing a blanket denial or confirmation, she opted for a more nuanced approach, emphasizing themes of patience, faith, and surrender. In a lengthy Instagram story update, she thanked her supporters for their kindness and encouraged them to focus less on conjecture and more on celebrating life's blessings. "Every chapter of my journey is unfolding exactly as it should," she assured her audience. "Please join me in praying for peace and wisdom as I navigate whatever lies ahead." Though Jana stopped short of providing concrete answers, her tone suggested a sense of readiness for change. She spoke openly about embracing uncertainty and leaning into God's plan, regardless of how unconventional it might look. "There's beauty in not knowing," she reflected. "It reminds me to stay grounded and trust that everything happens for a reason." This message resonated deeply with her followers, many of whom praised her transparency and grace under pressure. At the same time, however, it left room for interpretation. Was Jana subtly hinting at a major life transition, such as pregnancy? Or was she simply reaffirming her commitment to living authentically, irrespective of societal expectations? If Jana Duggar is indeed pregnant, it would mark a significant departure from the norm established by her parents and siblings. Traditionally, the Duggars have placed immense importance on marriage as a precursor to parenthood, viewing it as a sacred institution designed to provide stability and structure for raising children. By choosing to pursue motherhood outside of wedlock, or potentially via adoption, Jana could challenge long-held beliefs within her conservative community. Such a move wouldn't necessarily come as a complete surprise. Over the years, Jana has demonstrated a willingness to forge her own path, even if it means diverging slightly from the family mold. For example, she's spoken candidly about her struggles with anxiety and depression, topics that aren't typically addressed openly in ultra-religious circles. Additionally, her emphasis on career development and personal fulfillment reflects a modern perspective that balances faith with practicality. Should Jana confirm her pregnancy, it would likely spark heated debates both inside and outside the Duggar orbit. Supporters might applaud her courage in redefining what it means to build a family, while critics could argue that she's straying too far from biblical principles. Either way, the conversation would undoubtedly shed light on evolving attitudes toward women's autonomy and reproductive choices within religious subcultures. As of now, Jana Duggar has yet to provide definitive proof either way regarding her rumored pregnancy. However, her recent statements suggest that she's approaching this phase of her life with intentionality and hope. Whether she's preparing to welcome a child, exploring alternative paths to parenthood, or simply navigating another aspect of her journey entirely, one thing is clear: Jana remains steadfast in her convictions and unafraid to embrace the unknown. For fans eagerly awaiting updates, the best course of action may be to practice patience and respect Jana's privacy. After all, her story belongs to her, and hers alone. Regardless of what unfolds, there's no denying that Jana continues to inspire countless individuals with her resilience, authenticity, and unwavering faith. Whether or not she becomes a mother anytime soon, her impact on those around her is undeniable. In conclusion, while the question, "Is Jana Duggar pregnant?" remains unanswered, the buzz surrounding her future serves as a reminder of the complexities inherent in balancing tradition with individuality. Only time will tell how her narrative evolves, but one thing is certain: Jana Duggar is poised to write her own chapter, one filled with love, purpose, and boundless possibility. Jinger Duggar, a well-known figure from the reality television series 19 Kids and Counting, has recently addressed swirling rumors regarding her daughter's alleged disability. The former star of the show, who is now navigating life away from the public eye with her husband Jeremy Volo and their children, Felicity and Asa, took to social media to share an emotional message that sheds light on how these baseless speculations have impacted her family. Known for being relatively private about her personal life since stepping back from the limelight, Jinger's decision to speak out underscores both her frustration and determination to protect her loved ones. For years, fans of the Duggar family have followed their lives closely, fascinated by their unique dynamics and values rooted in faith. However, this same fascination often leads to speculation and misinformation. In recent months, online chatter suggested that Felicity, Jinger's eldest child, might be living with some form of developmental or physical condition. These rumors gained traction as observers scrutinized photos and videos shared by the couple, analyzing everything from Felicity's mannerisms to her interactions with others. While such conjecture may seem harmless to some, it carries significant weight for families like the Vullos, who strive to raise their children in a nurturing environment free from judgment. Addressing the issue head-on, Jinger began her statement by expressing gratitude for the love and support she typically receives from her followers. She acknowledged the blessings her family enjoys, but quickly transitioned into discussing the pain caused by unfounded assumptions about Felicity's health. With raw honesty, Jinger revealed how hurtful it feels to see strangers dissecting every aspect of her daughter's life without any factual basis. "Our little girl is perfect just the way God made her," she wrote, emphasizing that while all children are beautifully unique, there is no truth to claims suggesting otherwise about Felicity. The timing of Jinger's remarks could not be more poignant. As a mother, she understands the importance of addressing falsehoods before they spiral further out of control. By breaking her silence now, she hopes not only to quell the current wave of gossip, but also to encourage greater empathy among those who follow her journey. Her words serve as a reminder of the responsibility we bear when engaging with public figures' lives, especially when children are involved. For Jinger, this moment represents a turning point, one where she chooses vulnerability over silence, advocacy over avoidance, and clarity over confusion. In doing so, Jinger sets the stage for a broader conversation about privacy, respect, and the impact of social media culture on real-life families. This incident highlights the need for society to rethink how it consumes content related to celebrities and influencers alike. It challenges us to consider whether our curiosity comes at too high a cost, and urges us to prioritize kindness above all else. As Jinger continues to navigate this challenging chapter, her courage in speaking up serves as an inspiration to many parents facing similar struggles behind closed doors. The rumors surrounding Felicity Vullo's supposed disability first emerged subtly, buried within comment sections and speculative posts across various fan forums dedicated to the Duggar family. At first glance, these whispers appeared innocuous, a passing remark here, a curious question there, but over time, they coalesced into something far more pervasive and damaging. Social media platforms, particularly Instagram and TikTok, became breeding grounds for conjecture as users dissected images and videos posted by Jinger and Jeremy Vullo. Observers fixated on minute details, Felicity's facial expressions in photos, her posture during playtime, or even her vocal inflections captured in brief video clips. Each observation was magnified, analyzed, and ultimately weaponized to fuel narratives that had no grounding in fact. The role of social media algorithms cannot be overstated in amplifying these rumors. Platforms designed to maximize engagement often prioritize sensational content, inadvertently giving oxygen to baseless claims. Hashtags like Felicity Update or hashtag Duggar Family News trended sporadically, drawing attention from individuals who might not have otherwise engaged with the topic. Influencers within niche communities also contributed to the spread, repackaging unverified information as clickbait-style updates to grow their own followings. Before long, what began as isolated musings transformed into widespread speculation, reaching audiences far beyond the original circle of Duggar enthusiasts. Adding fuel to the fire were anonymous accounts and online trolls who thrived on creating drama. Some fabricated stories outright, claiming insider knowledge about Felicity's health or alleging connections between her behavior and specific medical diagnoses. Others weaponized religious rhetoric, framing the situation through a lens of divine intervention or moral scrutiny, an ironic twist given the deeply faith-based values espoused by the Duggar family. These distortions compounded the harm, turning what should have been a private matter into fodder for public consumption. What makes this phenomenon especially troubling is its cyclical nature. Once a rumor gains enough traction, it becomes self-perpetuating. Even well-meaning individuals can unwittingly contribute by sharing concerns under the guise of seeking clarification. For instance, questions posed innocently, "Is Felicity okay?" or "Has anyone noticed she seems different?" can validate the underlying assumption that something is wrong, regardless of intent. This creates a feedback loop where doubt breeds more doubt, leaving families like the Volos trapped in a vortex of unwarranted scrutiny. The psychological toll of such relentless speculation cannot be ignored. While Jinger and Jeremy maintained a dignified silence initially, hoping the rumors would dissipate on their own, the constant barrage of inquiries and judgments weighed heavily on them. They found themselves walking a tightrope, balancing their desire to shield Felicity from unnecessary attention with the instinct to defend her against false accusations. Every photo shared, every outing documented, carried the risk of reigniting the cycle of conjecture. The couple grappled with feelings of helplessness, knowing that no amount of transparency could fully dispel the shadows cast by internet gossip. Ultimately, the origins of these rumors reveal a darker side of modern celebrity culture, one where curiosity morphs into intrusion and speculation eclipses humanity. What started as fragmented observations snowballed into a narrative that threatened to define Felicity's identity before she even had the chance to define it herself. It is this context that underscores the urgency of Jinger's eventual decision to break her silence, not merely to refute lies, but to reclaim her family's story from those who sought to rewrite it without permission. When Jinger Vulo finally broke her silence, she did so with a grace and strength that resonated deeply with her audience. Her message was neither defensive nor confrontational. Instead, it radiated authenticity, offering a window into the emotional toll these rumors had taken on her family. Writing candidly yet compassionately, Jinger explained how every unfounded claim about Felicity felt like an assault on her role as a mother, a sacred bond she holds dear. "We've chosen to live quietly and joyfully with our children," she shared, "but seeing pieces of their lives distorted hurts in ways I never imagined." Her words conveyed not just frustration, but a profound sense of responsibility to advocate for her daughter and protect her innocence. Throughout her post, Jinger emphasized the importance of focusing on Felicity's individuality rather than reducing her to a label or diagnosis. She described her daughter as a vibrant, curious child full of laughter and boundless energy. Felicity loves painting rainbows, chasing butterflies, and singing songs at the top of her lungs, Jinger wrote, painting a vivid picture of a happy, thriving little girl. By centering her narrative on who Felicity truly is, Jinger effectively dismantled the harmful stereotypes perpetuated by the rumors. Her approach wasn't just about correcting misinformation, it was about celebrating her daughter's uniqueness and reminding others of the humanity behind the headlines. One of the most striking aspects of Jinger's response was her call for empathy. Rather than lashing out at those spreading the rumors, she extended understanding, acknowledging that people often speculate because they care, or at least believe they do. "I know many of you mean well," she wrote, "but let's channel that care into uplifting each other instead of tearing down what we don't understand." This plea struck a chord with her followers, prompting reflection on how easily concern can veer into harm when unchecked. Jinger urged her audience to consider the ripple effects of their words, especially when children are involved. "Imagine if someone dissected your child's every move online," she challenged. "How would that feel?" Her tone remained resolute yet tender throughout, blending advocacy with vulnerability in a way that humanized her experience. Jinger admitted to moments of doubt and fear, confessing that the rumors sometimes left her questioning whether she was doing enough to shield her family. Yet, she refused to let negativity dictate her actions. Instead, she leaned into her faith, drawing strength from her belief that Felicity is exactly as she was meant to be. "God doesn't make mistakes," she affirmed, echoing a sentiment that has long guided her life. This unwavering conviction anchored her response, transforming it from a mere rebuttal into a powerful testament of maternal love and resilience. Perhaps most impactful was Jinger's decision to turn this painful chapter into an opportunity for education. She encouraged open conversations about disabilities, emphasizing that while such discussions are important, they must always be rooted in respect and accuracy. "If you're curious about special needs or developmental differences," she advised, "there are incredible resources and organizations dedicated to fostering understanding. Let's learn together, not through gossip, but through meaningful dialogue." By redirecting focus toward constructive avenues, Jinger modeled leadership and accountability, setting an example for how public figures can use their platforms to foster positive change. In closing, Jinger expressed gratitude for the overwhelming support she received after speaking out. Many followers praised her courage, vowing to be more mindful of their own contributions to online discourse. Her heartfelt response not only quelled the rumors, but also sparked a collective reevaluation of how society engages with stories involving vulnerable populations. Through her vulnerability, Jinger reminded everyone that behind every headline lies a real person, and in this case, a cherished little girl whose worth cannot be diminished by idle speculation. The ordeal surrounding Felicity Volo's rumored disability serves as a stark reminder of the enduring challenges faced by public figures who seek to balance openness with privacy. Families like the Volos, who willingly share glimpses of their lives, walk a delicate line between connecting with their audience and safeguarding their personal boundaries. While social media offers a platform for authentic storytelling, it also invites scrutiny that can blur the distinction between admiration and intrusion. Jinger's experience underscores the critical need for audiences to recognize this boundary and approach public figures' lives with sensitivity rather than entitlement. When we forget that celebrities are first and foremost human beings, with vulnerabilities, fears, and responsibilities akin to our own, we risk eroding the very humanity that draws us to their stories in the first place. This incident also highlights the vital importance of respecting children's privacy, particularly in the digital age. Children of public figures exist in a unique gray area. They are visible to millions yet lack agency over how their narratives unfold. Speculation about Felicity's health exemplifies how easily curiosity can morph into exploitation, placing undue pressure on young lives still unfolding. As consumers of content, we must ask ourselves whether our interest stems from genuine goodwill or morbid fascination. Are we uplifting these families by celebrating milestones and joys, or are we contributing to a culture that commodifies childhood for clicks and views? The answer lies in prioritizing empathy over voyeurism and recognizing that every child deserves the dignity of growing up free from judgment or labels imposed by strangers. Moreover, this episode calls for a broader cultural shift in how society discusses disabilities, both online and offline. Conversations about developmental differences and special needs are undeniably important. They foster awareness, promote inclusivity, and challenge stigmas. However, these discussions must always be grounded in fact and framed with care. Spreading unverified claims about someone's health not only perpetuates misinformation, but also reinforces harmful stereotypes. Instead, we should champion accurate representation and amplify voices within the disability community, ensuring that narratives are told by those with lived experiences rather than through secondhand speculation. By fostering informed, respectful dialogues, we create spaces where diversity is celebrated rather than sensationalized. Ultimately, Jinger Duggar's courageous response invites us to reflect on our roles as participants in this interconnected world. Whether we are creators, commentators, or casual observers, we hold the power to shape the tone of public discourse. Will we choose kindness over cynicism, patience over presumption, and understanding over assumption? The lessons drawn from this situation extend far beyond one family's struggle. They challenge us to reimagine how we engage with others' lives and cultivate a culture rooted in compassion. As Jinger eloquently reminded us, every child is a gift, deserving of love, protection, and the freedom to simply